it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody,
and no one touched it.
Nobody altered it.
It was Diddy's idea to pass out the opera glasses so people could spy on each other while they were fucking in each other's. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for 500 million.
Well, there's tapes on the flash drive.
No, I'm specifically talking about.
I'm saying all of it.
Yeah.
Just think of it like a totality.
Well, not even the totality.
I haven't shown any.
What if I told you that a music industry heavyweight is on the brink of total collapse? Not because of failed business moves, but because of shocking allegations that could shatter his entire empire.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia.
Seeing Diddy Combs, the iconic mogul known for his glamour, ambition, and larger-than-life persona, now finds himself caught in a whirlwind of scandals, conspiracy theories, and a tell-all memoir that could change everything.
So it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody,
and no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't?
It was a derivative work.
Just edit. The only way the family say that is because I forgot his name. I'll be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. And I'd like to say apologize to the mother and the family for the picture being on front of it.
Right.
You understand? I didn't put it there.
Right.
So, you know, they got to worry about bigger things than what her diary was. You understand?
Right.
They should have started worrying when he was beating her.
If that wasn't enough, Jaguar Wright has sparked fresh controversy with bold accusations that have Hollywood in a frenzy. But is she just stirring the pot, or has she uncovered a deeper, more troubling reality hidden within one of the world's most guarded industries?
I knew Kim and I knew Kimura. We weren't friends. I wasn't a part of their clique, but we all partied together. They should do a documentary. They did a documentary about Freak Week. They should do a documentary about the Kit Kat Club.
Ooh.
It was an old theater that had been renovated into a nightclub. And, you know, all of the old, like, opera seats were VIPs, private VIPs. Everything happened in there. And you know, they had it was Diddy's idea to pass out the opera glasses so people could spy on each other while they were fucking in each other's shit.
Eyes wide shut.
It was wild. That was at the beginning. The Kit Kat Club was the beginning of him going from Puffy to Diddy. You know what I mean? It was a big change.
Singer-songwriter Jaguar Wright is known for speaking out against the entertainment industry's unspoken rules, but her latest interview with Piers Morgan has taken things to a new level, sparking a massive online uproar.
Held to account publicly and legally. The victims, they're not safe.
How bad was it?
That's what I care about. I care about the victims.
No, I understand. How bad was it, do you think? What was going on?
I'm going to tell you right now that me, as a woman who has been in the industry for over 30 years, I've been performing live since I was 13. My first handler was McKinley Horton. I come to find out 25 years later that a scar that was on his face with a very elaborate story he gave me was put there by a woman who he assaulted. To live through these things and hear your elders in the business, people like Patti LaBelle say, just avoid him, honey. And being taught to be just avoid him, honey. It's not good enough. Not when You live through these things, you're still suffering the PTSD created by all of this, and you're talking to a victim that's 20 years younger than you, and she's telling you the exact same thing that happened to you.
Known for her bold, no-holds-barred style and her readiness to name names, Wright didn't hold back this time. She called Diddy a manipulative figure, claiming he's not just a driven mogul, but also a product of powerful people who allegedly shaped him for his position. And the name she dropped? Clive Davis.
He's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the Black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it. It's a mess.
For those who were never at these freak-off parties, what were they like?
See, this is the thing. Everything that I'm about to say to you is not my firsthand knowledge. It is my firsthand witness account experience. I was a sex worker. I was a dominatrix before I got my record deal. That's how I know how the dark world and the sex world and the entertainment world run hand in hand. That's why the movie Blink Twice is so important. Salute to Zoe Kravitz.
For years, I've been saying that Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters, Wright said firmly, her voice steady and her gaze unshaken. No one wanted to listen. Now look where we are. Her words landed hard, suggesting a much darker system at play. A web of control and exploitation that goes far beyond just Diddy. And this wasn't the first time she called out Jay-Z and his alleged role in these shocking crimes.
Literally still is some of the finest work that any of them, including Sean Carter, have ever done. Why would you hide that from the culture if you cared about the culture? You can't, because you don't want people to go back and see what you hid, what you lied about, and what was really going on. While you're sitting there, you have me crooning in the background, singing for the angels over lyrics that you wrote for a young woman that you took.
Talk about the young woman that he took.
Aaliyah.
Yes, bless her soul, bless her heart. Rest in peace to the late great that never got a chance to even actually arrive. That was before her time, that we all respect and revere.
And look at that. Look at what the fear of man did.
Talk to me.
Because if anybody had truly been focused on God in that moment, it would have forced an investigation, and somebody would have snatched Hype Williams by the collar and just asked him some.
Then came the real shocker. Wright claimed that Diddy recently sold footage from his infamous parties on the dark web for hundreds of millions of dollars. She says the tapes feature some of the biggest names in entertainment, like Justin Bieber, Rihanna, and others, though she doesn't provide direct evidence linking them to any illegal activity. What she does suggest, however, is that Diddy's growing legal issues and urgent need for money have pushed him to take extreme measures.
Well, considering that the is selling his own God evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder, why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
For years, rumors about Diddy's notorious parties have followed him, painted as wild, drug-fueled gatherings. These events were said to feature shocking levels of debauchery, with participants allegedly pressured into certain acts under the threat of violence. Wright's claims about the dark web footage now add a chilling new twist to an already unsettling story.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark fucking coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
You see movies like Hostel. Do places like that really exist?
Absolutely.
He's desperate for money, right? Wright claims his assets are frozen, his legal fees are piling up, and he'll do anything to keep himself afloat. The implications are staggering. A man once hailed as the symbol of success is now allegedly selling his own secrets in the dark corners of the internet. It really seems like he's in desperate need of cash.
Was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties. His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter. And if you follow this story, you'll know that Kim Porter is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 4 of his kids. On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak-offs or parties, and that 6 were males, 2 were females. The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is selling his LA mansion. The Homely Hills estate was the site of a federal raid that Fox 11 first broke back in March. According to TMZ, Combs is looking to sell the off-market for $70 million. The raid was part of a sex trafficking investigation. A grand jury now hearing evidence in that probe. Meanwhile, Diddy is still facing several lawsuits linked to multiple sex abuse allegations. Diddy has denied.
But the story doesn't stop there. Wright also linked Diddy to a network of convicted predators, naming figures like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Kevin Spacey, Cuba Gooding Jr., and R. Kelly, among others, as part of this alleged web.
Diddy Combs, and we're going to give a little history of each. Harvey Weinstein, for the people who don't know who he was. We're going to get into Bill Cosby, who was recently released, and charges were dropped against him, and they unsealed new evidence. The Cosby's deposition lawsuit brought by Temple University sports administrator Andrea Constant filed charges against just days before the 12-year statute of limitation was about to run out. For Cosby was accused of sexually assaulting her. Next one is R. Kelly, which everybody knows, and I spoke about R. Kelly briefly on another case also, another show. My lawyer at the time, Doug Anton, handled one of his cases. He had multiple cases in Chicago and New York also, sex crimes against minors. We have Kevin Spacey. In the UK, he beat those cases, those charges. Cuba Gooding Jr., his charges weren't extreme as the rest of the guys. He had some allegations of sexual assault. Nothing extreme from what I understand. His was kissing a nightclub owner without her permission, and 2 other women could have led to possible jail terms if it resulted in conviction. So he copped a plea. And the other is going back to the comparison now of all these cases.
And the common thread connecting them all, Jay-Z, according to Wright, the Roc Nation founder, has both professional and personal connections to these disgraced figures, a claim that casts a dark shadow over one of hip-hop's biggest icons.
An executive at Roc Nation? He's not at least an executive at Tidal?
At least.
Like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died, and then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z.
It's all Jay-Z.
All Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
The situation surrounding Diddy grew more serious when a book supposedly written by his late ex-partner, Kim Porter, was released. Titled ** Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side **, the memoir appeared on Amazon just 1 week before Diddy was arrested on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and assault. The timing of the release raised many eyebrows and added fuel to the already intense fire.
Controversial men in the world right now released the book, Kim Porter, the alleged memoir, Welcome to the Art of Dialogue. And if you have anything to say.
Honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I watched the show, big fan, and I think it's an important time what's happening now. And I'll just show the book real quick, just so everyone knows this is my final proof copy that I've, signed and going to give to you guys as kind of a piece of memorabilia. This is my final one before it was printed, so I'd like you guys to have that.
The memoir paints a harsh picture of Diddy, accusing him of years of abuse and involvement in criminal networks. It was published by a small, little-known press, and its authenticity has been widely disputed. Kim Porter's family has strongly rejected the book, calling it a complete fabrication.
Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side, and it is doing incredibly well on Amazon. It is topping a lot of charts. It's allegedly a memoir from Porter herself detailing her relationship with Combs. But the thing about it is, it reportedly contains typos, shocking claims, inaccurate statements, and with that in mind, Kim Porter's children have released a statement. So this is from Quincy Brown, Christian, Jesse, Delilah Combs. They wrote in a joint statement. They posted it on Instagram Tuesday night. I want to read it for you. We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Additionally, please understand that any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mom or her family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interest at heart. Our lives were shattered when we lost our mother. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken from us too soon, the cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul.
Despite the controversy, the book's contents are hard to overlook. It includes serious accusations of physical abuse and suggests connections to international criminal organizations. The memoir echoes many of the allegations made by Wright. Chris Todd, the book's publisher, says he got the manuscript on a flash drive from anonymous sources in the industry. While some critics argue the book is just a money grab, its release has definitely intensified an already heated situation.
A friend of Kim Porter has publicly called the alleged memoir full of lies. How do you respond to these allegations?
I don't believe LaWanda has the flash drive, does she?
I wouldn't think so. According to you, you have the flash drive. On that note, nobody has seen the flash drive.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, publicly, where they can verify.
Publicly, there's multiple people who've seen the flash drive.
Do you plan on at any time introducing the flash drive to any network or anybody that wants to see it to view the metadata involved in that flash drive as to time, dates, and stamps?
Yeah.
And when would you be doing that?
Well, there's tapes on the flash drive.
No, I'm specifically talking about.
I'm saying all of it.
Yeah.
Just think of it like a totality.
Well, not even the totality.
I haven't shown anything from it yet.
Okay, so not even the totality of it, but simply